What to do, my gente? You boys coming through once again, and on today's video, we're gonna talk about Dubs accusing Renegade Media and Boxer of having the feds on call. That's some crazy ass accusations, man. I don't know if you guys agree with this. You don't. I do not know. I don't know what was the whole deal about this video that was dropped. And like I said, I watched every content out there if it has to do with non-prison. When it has to do with prison or hood stories, it does not attract my attention, so, but when it has to do with something else, it's like, hold on, man, what's going on right here, so I click on this. I see an interesting thumbnail of basically the feds feeding Boxer some cheese, or somebody who seemed to be Boxer. And I was like, damn, this is some crazy accusation. He came strong with it. So that's what we're gonna talk about that on this video. But before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit the like and comment. And if you haven't subscribed to your channel, hit the subscribe button. It does not take nothing from you. And at the end of the day, just helping the channel, which I do highly appreciate it, man. Notification bell so you'll be notified every time we drop a video. Now let's get to this, because the exposing game is real, right? And I don't know if it's too much exposing, but a lot of people are speaking, and they speaking without having no proof. But I know where they come from. I do understand why they're saying what they're saying. So that's what we're gonna talk about on this video. So basically, just we're gonna go by steps. So the part of the video in where he's talking about the Swifty Blue, right? He's saying that certain individuals, Renegade Media, shouldn't be talking about the Swifty Blue thing like that, because he's talking about certain things that he shouldn't speak on, and he's gonna basically bring attention to this side of YouTube, right? I do understand that 100%. I do understand that 100%. But tell me, how can me as a person tell this man and this man what to do? It doesn't look right. It seems like I'm trying to put the jacket of the YouTube dictator, in where I tell the next man what to do. I tell this other man what kind of content he should put and what kind of content he should not. At the end of the day, we are our own men. We are responsible of our own content. And I mean, if whatever content he's putting out there is working for that, what makes you think that person is going to listen to me? It does not make sense, right? It does not make sense. How can I tell another man, hey man, do not speak about those guys, but speak only about you, about your experience? Most, a big percentage of YouTuber creators don't speak about themselves. It seems like YouTube is about individuals creating content about the next man. And I'm just keeping it real. If you're saying that these individuals are talking to other individuals, yeah, okay, I see that. You're bringing numbers, they're getting their money, and you have to respect that hustle. Straight up, man. I cannot tell an individual to, cálmate, güey, nah, chill, you shouldn't speak on that. I cannot tell that to that individual. At the end of the day, whatever he does, that's his pedo. That's going to be consequence for that. And if it ever goes to that point, trust me, if they come for somebody, they're going to go first for him and then for him. And now I'm just going to be right here eating some sabritas, enjoying the show, and be like, damn. All right, guys, we're going to start doing content on funny videos, right? Simple as that. Simple as that. Now, again, how I'm going to give this advice to this individual to create content about himself, when me saying the guy who's telling them, hey, is still creating content about other individuals, like the Wesley, about the cartels, what's the strength cartel? How can I tell another individual to stop talking about these people if you are talking about other people as well? It doesn't work like that. It's not like I can do it but you can't do it. It's like I can talk about this group of people, but you cannot talk about that group of people. It does not make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to you, the viewer. I don't think so, man. If it does make sense to you, tell me. Make it make sense to me. Let me know, because I do understand. Like like some people are gonna say, oh yeah, but he's talking about certain individuals. Well, if he's talking about certain individuals, fucking let him crash and burn, homie. Shit. Simple as that. Let him crash and burn. It's gonna be okay. I'm pretty sure he got life insurance. It's gonna be okay. But I cannot be here trying to tell this individual not to do that when I'm doing the same shit, but in a different way. The whole accusation with the feds, that this individual have the feds on call, that's a strong accusation, man. It's straight. I mean, I do understand that they're talking about certain things, exposing stuff, the insight. They're posting that insight to the public and stuff like that, and the public wants it. They want it. They want it. But still, some strong accusation. How do we know that this guy have any connection with the feds? I mean, I'm not gonna debate the whole thing with the getting the paperwork from from that case, right? Which is like, yeah, okay, I see what you're doing, man. All right, I see what you're doing, right? But again, I cannot point a finger and say, hey, man, you're working for the feds, or you have the feds, I mean, hotline on your phone. I cannot say that if I don't have no proof, right? That would be just making accusations without proof. Because sure enough, when they're speaking about the whole debriefing process that you said this and that, it's like, where's the paperwork? There's not gonna be no paperwork and where. But it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. And I know what's the whole process. I don't want to make it seem like I think of Dubs in a lesser way, because I don't, bro. I don't. I've been saying that shit from the beginning. I don't. People can't speak on this if you haven't been on those shoes. At the end of the day, he did what he did. He did it whenever he did it. It doesn't matter, bro. Like, to me, it doesn't matter, and I want to put that clear out there. What he did, simple as that. It's not my pedo. It's his pedo with whatever happened right there. I know the process, and that's it. But that's his pedo. Pero what I'm trying to say is that, how can you can say this, but when they say that against you, it's like, oh, those trolls are accusing me of this, but there's no jacket on. They can't put a jacket on me. You know what I mean? They need proof. Damn. It is funny how shit works, And I just thought I should bring this to light, because I was like, hold on, it does not make sense for somebody to do that. And I was like, you know what? I need to speak on this straight up. Views plus I see a flaw right there. I see a flaw. Ain't nobody perfect. At the end of the day, ain't nobody the dictator of YouTube, the police of YouTube. Nobody's nobody. Everybody's on their own. Everybody's their own man. And how can I come out and tell Gunner, hey Gunner, don't talk about the people from your people from Compton, the one that you made up and shit. Come on, man. That's his stories. Let him fucking get his money. We shouldn't hate on the hustle of the next man. If it crashes and burns, man, let it crash and burn, man. You have to have a fucking plan B and plan C, just in case this shit don't work. A lot of people, they do put all their eggs in one basket, but life is not about that, man. You have to understand how to spare your eggs here and there and have different plans. Sometimes shit is not gonna work. Let's say fucking YouTube get hacked and all the fucking accounts disappear. Now what's gonna happen? So with this being said, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe, and just do not be a, how you call it, hypocrite, or I don't know, something around there. So with this being said, we are out to next video. Muchas gracias. Saludos a todos. Take care. And one thing I'll tell you, do you, no matter what the next man thinks. You are not gonna be monedita de oro para caerles bien a todos. Simple as that. Simple as that. If no me comprendes, get a dictionary or translate what I said. So with this being said, we are out to next video. Gracias.